Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and what is my 2019 two thumbs up products. So these are products that I, in my collection over the last year, found that I kept reaching for it, that I absolutely loved, and I'm super excited to talk to you about them. So I think we should start with this. It is a product that I got actually as gratis from Influencer, and it is the Perricone MD Essential Effects word I can't say rejuvenating moisturizer, and I ended up getting this from Influencer in the 2-ounce container and have since kept purchasing little sets of it with the 1-ounce container because I just love the moisturizer. Since I ran out of this one, I have since decided that I'm going to try and use the moisturizers that I currently have in my collection rather than purchasing new ones. But this is an amazing moisturizer. I love this. It's so expensive, but I love this moisturizer. It's got a nice scent to it. It is a little bit perfumey in smell, but I'm not certain that it has added perfume in it. It's a moisturizer that I found that really helped my skin. I started using this moisturizer with the thought process that my skin was super dry and ended up having a different assumption of what my skin was after using this product for a good solid 6 months. I think it easily was. The bigger jar, the 2-ounce jar, did last me for quite some time. These little 1-ounce jars don't last for very long, and they are super expensive, so I can't say run out and purchase it. But I did find a deep-rooted love for this product because my skin went from something that I didn't really particularly like all the time and didn't really particularly like makeup on top of it because a lot of my makeup also clung to the dry patches on my skin, to skin that I feel happy about most of the time. When people tell me I have good skin these days, I believe it because I believe it myself. And I wholeheartedly thank this product for helping me turn my skin around. The next thing I have is this. It is the Cetaphil Gentle Eye Makeup Remover. If you guys are familiar with my channel, you know that this replaced a holy grail item in my makeup collection. This one is empty. I do have one that I'm currently using, but I pulled this one out of my empties bin so I could just show it to you. This is a makeup remover that is 6 fluid ounces, $7 at Ulta, I think $7.99 maybe even, but even still, that's just over $1 an ounce. And I was paying $16 for 2 ounces of the Mary Kay Eye Makeup Remover, which was my holy grail prior to using this. This is super gentle. It says gentle makeup remover. It is. It's super gentle. I use it as an eye makeup remover and it works wonders on my eye makeup, even the waterproof stuff, or yeah, waterproof stuff. And it doesn't have like a smell. It doesn't have like a sting. It's just, it's not super oily. It doesn't stick around on your skin. There's no leftover residue. It's just a really nice makeup remover. And the next thing I have is this. This is the one and only bronzer in my collection I ever used enough of that I used the whole thing up. This is the Lisa Frank and Glamour Dolls Bitten and Bronzed Matte Bronzer, and I used it up. You guys, I got this in a BoxyCharm and I was super excited to get it because Lisa Frank is like a creator of art that I used to collect when I was young. She had stickers and trapper keepers and all those kinds of things, and I loved all of it. If I had color pages, Lisa Frank coloring pages right now, I would color them. I love to color. This is a bronzer that I loved initially simply because it was a Lisa Frank bronzer, and in the end just loved the bronzer enough that I continued to use it. It was dark enough, or I could make it dark enough that I could use it as a contour as well as a bronzer. So it was a one-stop shop that I could take with me when I traveled. I think that's why I used it up entirely in the time span that I used it up. And that's not saying it had just a little bit of product in it because it is a pretty stout product. Well, it doesn't say how much was in it, but it was a pretty good sized pan. I feel like it's not as big as, say, the, you know, Murmur Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula, but it definitely is, maybe had the same amount of product as, say, the Hoola Bronzer, only in a wider format, flatter format. The next thing I have is this. It is the Green Clean by Pharmacy. It is a balm cleanser, and it is the first balm cleanser that I ever tried, and I fell in love with this as a first cleanse. I loved the smell of this guy too. It had kind of this medicinal mint scent to it. The one thing I did not like about this balm cleanser is it was a little more like foamy than it was balmy, and it kind of left a little bit of a residue behind. But I have since, I mean, this was my first try in a balm cleanser, and I have since found another balm cleanser that I love so much more that's roughly the same price, but I loved this cleanser. This was something for me this year that knocked my socks off. The next item I have is this, and this also came to me from Influencer Free for review, and this is the Giorgio Armani Power Fabric Concealer. What I love about this is it just blended so easy. It's really moisturizing. It feels very emollient under your eyes, and that is where I used it most. And I felt like I could just put on a couple dots and then boop, 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 boop with my skin, and or with my finger, and it was perfectly blended. Like, I don't feel like it took very much to get it where I wanted it to be, and it covered so well. In addition to the fact that it blended so easily, you didn't have to use very much of it, so it might be well worth the price, even at the price tag that it is. It's $34, which is more than I want to pay for a concealer. I'm super happy to have gotten it as a free for review item from Influencer, and it did become one of my favorites for the year. It was definitely a product that I would repurchase if I had it in the budget to spend $34 on a concealer. The next thing I have is this. It is the Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie Long Wear Foundation and Concealer. This is the most amazing foundation. These last few days I haven't been wearing foundation. I just felt like giving my skin a break for a while. I had a really nice facial the other day, and you know, I really do love my regular skin, and sometimes I just feel like it's too dry to put a whole bunch of stuff onto it. And right now I'm kind of in that place where it's winter here, it's super cold, and I feel like my skin is a little dry, so I need to give it a break from some of the stuff that I'm packing onto it. But this foundation, if I was to wear a foundation, that might be why I'm not wearing a foundation, would be this. This is not just the best foundation that I tried in 2019, but quite possibly the best foundation that I've ever tried. That being said, like, I really didn't get into foundations until this year, but I have tried so many foundations, you guys, from stick foundations to mousse foundations to cream foundations to liquid foundations to powder foundations, and this is so beautiful on the skin. The coverage is amazing. It is medium to full coverage foundation without feeling like a full coverage foundation. It's kind of got this dewiness to it, but not too dewy. You could put a little bit of like facial oil into it to make it a little more dewy if you wanted to, and it wouldn't mess with the integrity of the product. I just feel like it is so pretty on the skin. And there's a lot of YouTubers out there right now that are raving about this foundation, and they're not lying. Like, I really thought, you know, with all of them out there, I'm like, oh yeah, they're getting paid, they're getting paid, they're getting paid. I also got this in gratis because I got it at GMC, but I'm not getting paid to tell you that this is an amazing foundation. I love this foundation. I could use a lifetime supply of LN6 in the Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie foundation. That would be an amazing gift from Pure. I know that's not going to happen, but And maybe they'll come out with a better one next year, who knows. But this is an amazing foundation. I would wear this foundation every day of my life. The best part about it too is it has a pump on it so that you could pump it if you wanted to, which is how I used it. But it also, because it is a foundation and concealer, it also has a doe foot. That's the best part about it, because you could get like strategic little, you know, pinpoints of it where you want it to be. I never used the doe foot. I didn't particularly like the doe foot, and the reason why I didn't is because it does have a tube that runs through it so that you can also pump it out, and that tube actually is really hard plastic on your skin. So when you swipe the doe foot, you can actually feel that hard plastic tube in the middle of the doe foot. So I never used the doe foot, but I know I've watched lots of YouTube creators use the doe foot and love the doe foot. I don't prefer it that way, but honestly, it took like 1, maybe 2 pumps to cover my entire face. I have a big head. That's not very much foundation. In comparison to that, like with my Lancome Tint Idol foundation, I use 4 pumps of that. So 1, maybe 2, 4 pumps. It's just a little more creamy, I feel like, than the Tint Idol, but it's also a lot more high coverage than the Tint Idol. And Christy, Raw Beauty Christy has a really, I say Christy like I know her. Raw Beauty Christy has a really great video about it that I'll link down in my box, because I don't know how to link her up in my cards. So I'll do that for you guys so you guys can go watch it. And the next surprise of 2019 for me was my love of cream products. So this I have is a blush, and it is the Peak Abu blush, Peak blush in Abu, and I actually put it in my project pan. I hadn't even tried it when I put it into my project pan. I put it in there because it was a cream product that I didn't think that I would love, and I absolutely fell in love with it to the extent that it is gone. So that's a success in my project pan. But in addition to that, I also got this in an IPSY, and it is a Winky Lux Strobing Balm Radiant Pink highlighter, and I used the poop out of this guy too, and it is gone. I really fell in love with cream products this year, and maybe it's because I felt like my skin was dry and cream products just look better on dry skin, but I really loved them, and I didn't need to put anything over the top of them to love them. I just loved them. So that was the shocker for me for 2019. Another product that I used this year for the first time, I found it, and it wasn't until after I started working at Ulta that I found it, and it is the Benefit Gimme Brow. Prior to working at Ulta, I would have never tried a brow mascara of sorts, and now I have a backup of my backup of this product. Like, this is just a miniature version, and this is what I started with, but I have 2 full-size backups to the one that I'm currently using that probably needs to go because I can feel it not working quite as well. I actually started with the Magenta brow tones, 3D brow tones by them. Started with that, and then went on to purchase a mini of this and love it. Like, I can't, this is all I wear in my brows when my brows are freshly done. Today I'm wearing the Magenta one, which is why they're kind of pink in tone. This is all I wear in my brows when my brows have been waxed and tinted in a more recent time frame, and it is what I set my brows with when I use a pencil on them when they are needing to be waxed and retinted. So amazing product, love that product. I also found this last year. This is the IT Superhero liner, the liquid liner. This product was the easiest liner for me to learn how to do a wing with. The tip on it is pretty spectacularly fine and pointy, and I just found the feel of the pen with this thicker end on the back side easier to sit in my hand and give me the ability to more appropriately place a wing It is the only liquid liner that I use with ease. Like, I could go in with this liquid liner and put my winged liner on without even thinking about it. The rest of them I am currently using, I have to think about to get the liquid liner into the wing format, and it just takes me so long, whereas with this it does not. The next thing I want to talk about is a couple of blushes. I actually had quite a few that I tried this year that became fast favorites of mine, and this one is actually the least expensive. It's very affordable. It is the Revolution Beauty Golden Sugar 2 Rose Gold blush palette, and this is what the exterior looks like, and that is what the interior looks like. As you guys can see, I really like digging into these four over here, and I will just go in with my brush and dig into all four of them and put it on my, and it just creates the most beautiful blush and kind of like shimmery blush, I guess, along my cheekbones. It's just so pretty. It's not the most pigmented of blushes though, but it is just pretty, and for the cost of the item, so much value to this product. A thing I tried new this year, probably new within the last few months, are these Clinique Cheek Pops. This one is in Fig Pop. It is my favorite of the two that I have. These are some really pretty amazing little blushes. They last forever on your face. I don't feel like it's a blush that, you know how sometimes you put a blush on and within like a couple hours you no longer see it? These are amazing, and they're so little compact, and you get so much product. It would probably take you years to go through this. There is 3.5 grams in this little tiny itty bitty thing, and they just last forever. I find the longevity of them really, really above par. This is the CoverFX Monochromatic Blush Duo, and this is what it looks like inside. It has a matte blush and a shimmery blush, and these guys are so pigmented, you guys. You just take your brush and you just kind of boop right onto it and then put it on your face, and it is perfect. The perfect amount of pigmentation, the perfect amount of blush, and the shimmery one is actually really pretty. I have to be super careful with them because this is a little more pink than I like, honestly. The one thing I do not like about them is the packaging, because the packaging just is disgusting. It's just so filthy. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's awful. It's this off-white color that just attracts everything to it. And if you touch it with bronzer, anything on your fingers, it's gonna get on this packaging. So I hate that. I love that it has a nice little mirror in it. I haven't taken the little sticker off of it, so it does look a little bit cloudy. These are just pretty amazing blushes, and they last pretty much all day. I can still see the blush that I have on today. You can see it right across these cheeks. I've had this blush on since probably, I don't know, 7 o'clock this morning, and it is now 8 o'clock at night. So there's that. The last one I want to talk about is this Jouer blush. This is the first time I tried one of these was this year, and I tried it because Samantha March talked a lot about these blushes. First of all, I love the packaging. It is just a really pretty metal packaging. I love the detailing on the front of it. It is so pretty. I love that it has a mirror. And then this is the blush palette. The one I have is Coquette, but there's like probably 6 of these little blush duos that you can get. I really want the rose gold one, so I might be picking up that one, but I don't need any more blushes. I need another blush, like I need another hole in my head, to be honest. But I love these blushes. They're so pretty. This one is a really pretty mauve tone, which is probably my favorite as far as blush shades go. It is so pretty. This one is a little too light for my liking, but I find that they blend together quite beautifully. And it is a really pretty pale pink when I want kind of like a no makeup day, but it can leave kind of a white cast. I think that my skin, I can only use it during certain times of the year. I found that when I was trying to use this lighter shade in the summer, it was awful. It looked bad on my tan skin, so I can't use that anymore. Another thing that I found this year that I really, really like, God, this video is going to be so long, is this. It is the Charlotte Tilbury Airless Flawless Finish powder. It's a pressed powder, and you guys can see that it's almost gone. I am not a powder person. I actually quite hate powder. And that is okay that I said it like that, because I really don't like it. I find that powder makes me look like I'm 90 years old, going on 199. This powder is different though. In the pressed version, I've even tried other pressed powders that I did not like, but this one is just so finely milled and so beautiful on the skin. I find that it really does just airbrush everything. It makes everything just look... I didn't put any foundation on my face today. I did put a little bit of concealer on. I put this all over my face because it just airbrushes everything. It just looks so, so pretty on the skin. And I was using a big fluffy powder brush for it at first before it started getting down to this, like, you know, little tiny bit left in it. I have been using a stippling brush with it recently. I find that that works to at least get the product out of the edges of the pan. I'm gonna be sad when it's gone though, because this powder is like $46 and I highly doubt I will be paying. I think the last couple things I have to talk about are a couple of lip products and a couple of brow products. So one of these lip products is from Giorgio Armani, and it is a lip product that was sent to me from Influencer free for review, and it is just the most beautiful color. It's a 501. I can't remember what this lip product is called. I'll look it up and put it in the screen somewhere, but this is the shade of it. It is just a really gorgeous kind of reddish mauvish color. It is just so, so pretty, and it feels really good on the lips too. I'm not really certain that it's a liquid lip. I wouldn't say it's a liquid lip because it is movable and transferable, and it doesn't like mattify and like really suck the moisture out of your lips like a liquid lip does. It feels so, so good on the lips, and unlike melted latex from Too Faced that I was talking about in my disappointing products of 2019, it doesn't move. Even though it stays really liquefied on your lips, not like glossy liquefied, obviously matte liquefied on your lips, it doesn't move into the corners of your mouth like some other lip products do that stay like in this like juicy form on your lips. This one doesn't do that. So I really, really quite like it. And this is the Colored Rain liquid lipstick, and I got this in a, what are those things called, guys? In a mystery box that I purchased from Colored Rain, just so I could try some of their products. That is what that shade is the most perfect like gray toned plum that I have ever had. I just love it on my lips. What I will say is this one is a liquid lip. It does mattify quite a bit, but it doesn't mattify to the extent that your lips feel like raisins after it being on your lips for about a half hour. And it doesn't move around like a juicy, like other, you know, lip product might that stays moist. It is just a really beautiful product. It's super opaque. I didn't feel like there was any like skipping with it in the first swipe. I didn't have to go over it 100,000 times, and I didn't have to reapply it very much. I think I reapplied it once in my like 12-hour day with it on, and that was after eating lunch, which is pretty normal for every other lipstick that you use. The last two things I want to talk about are these two things. I have a eyeliner that, if you guys are familiar with my channel, I put into a flops video at one point in time because I couldn't stand it, and then it really became one of my favorites. I was really kind of shocked by it, but it is a felt tip liner, not a brush tip, and I think that's why I didn't like it. It does have a little bit of juice left in it, but not enough left in it that I can use it. It was in my empties bin. I liked it a lot. It's the Smashbox Always On liquid eyeliner. And I think I hated it because of the felt tip and the feel of the pen, and I had been so used to using this one for so long that this one was really hard for me to use. But once I got used to it, it creates the nicest, blackest line with not as much ease as this guy, but with ease. And it wasn't as hard to use once I had started perfecting my wing with this guy and was able to move on to a more firm tip. Not a bad eyeliner, and it is roughly the same price as this one. So the last thing I want to talk about is this, and it is the Urban Decay Brow Blade. This is an unpopular opinion. I have seen this blasted all over YouTube in so many people's fails videos, and I quite liked it. I really quite liked the tip on this end with the liquid in that's supposed to help you draw the fine hairs here in, you know, the beginnings of your eyebrows a little more easily, and I quite liked it. And then the actual pencil end of it, which you can't see because there's nothing on there, is actually quite fine. It reminds me of the NYX Micro Brow, which is the eyebrow pencil that I use on a daily. I loved it. I thought it worked well. What I will say that I didn't like about it is I don't feel like it lasted very long. I feel like the liquid tip dried up quite quickly, and I feel like the end that had the pencil part in it for my eyebrows, the eyebrow pencil part, it was gone in no time flat. Not because it was too creamy or, you know, not enough waxy or whatever, but because there just wasn't a whole lot of product in this guy. I don't feel like it's worth the cost, but I do love the product. And the reason why I don't feel like it's like worth the cost is because I don't feel like there's enough product in it. That super long video was my 2 thumbs up products for 2019. Products, again, that I tried in 2019, not that were, you know, put on the market in 2019. If I had to research every product in my collection that was brought into 2019 and pick my favorites from that, I would never have a video up, to be honest. These are products that I tried in 2019 that I absolutely loved in 2019, and that I would stand behind. If somebody said, hey, what do you think about this product? I would wholeheartedly stand behind it. So that is what I have for you today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that if you did, that you're considering giving it a big thumbs up. It really does help our channels out here. I also hope that you liked it or me enough that you're considering subscribing to my channel. If you do, don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you're notified every single time I upload a video. What were your favorite products of 2019? Not necessarily products that came out in 2019, but products that you found yourself using in 2019 that surprised you, or products that you yourself found in 2019, whether they came out before then or not. I would really enjoy hearing about it. I hope that you guys are treating yourself kindly in this fabulous month of December. I hope that you guys are enjoying my Vlogmas series, and I hope that you are having a wonderful day today. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and until next time, bye guys.